Hello, everybody. Tammy here from Bruni Lifestyle Consulting and Creative Development. Today, I'd like to introduce you a lovely lady called Shawn Matthews. She's the owner of Open Arms Health, and we met via LinkedIn. So when I came back to Abu Dhabi and started my business, I was looking around for like-minded people to connect with, and I found her on LinkedIn, and I just loved what she did and thought we have to get connected. So I'm introducing Shawn Matthews to you today, and she's the founder and owner of Open Arms Health. She's a registered counselor and coach. Her vision is to impact over 20,000 women's ideology about their mental health, physical health, spiritual health, and financial health. In doing so, create love, leadership, positivity, commitment, bravery, and happiness throughout their lives. And that's just awesome. I just love that. And Shawn gets energy from exercises such as walking, swimming, and yoga. And she also gets energy from connecting with like-minded people and following her heart. So, hi Shawn, and welcome.
Hi Tammy, nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So, tell us a little bit about the journey that led you to what you're doing today.
Thank you. Yes, it's been a long journey, but where it all started was when my passion and energy for travel. And I started quite young, and I traveled the world, and it was all about self-discovery. And through that self-discovery and travel, I had ups and downs and lots of obstacles throughout that, as we all do. And at one stage, there was times that I went through a lot of grief. And what brought me to opening Open Arms Health was I was a counselor in an organization. And before that time, I had lost my mother to cancer. And it was a bit of an upheaval. And she was in Canada, I was in Australia, and I didn't really know she was sick. And there were just those moments where you get into so much shock, you don't know what to do. So you just go with it, don't you? And you do what you do for your family.
Automatic.
But what happened? What's that? Yes.
Automatic pilot.
It was the automatic pilot. You just do what you have to do to get by. And it wasn't until a year later, and I was studying counseling and I was going through all the motions, that I was growing and learning about myself and wanted to learn and grow others as well. So I started doing my research and wanting to impact more people, and I came across, okay, I'd love to open my own business and help more women that might have had some grief issues or some moments where, you know, you're alone and you don't know what to do. So be that person to reach out to.
Yeah, so our journeys are quite similar like that, because that's also how mine started. You know, we go through our own stuff and then we realize that there's other people going through this. So how can we help them negotiate, you know, whatever challenges they're facing? Yeah. So you have a program called Reclaim You. So if you can tell the viewers about this program, and was that birthed out of your experiences?
Yeah, Reclaim You came about just a few months ago. And what happened was that was a bit of a journey too, because I was doing a lot of counseling and I was doing more person-centered methods and more counseling methods than coaching methods. And I wanted to attract the right women into my business for me, and also because really at the end of the day, we can't help everyone, right? And that was my light bulb moment was, yes, of course, being in the helping profession, you want to help everyone, but ideally you need to help somebody, you know, you need your niche. So Reclaim You came about because a lot of women get to that stage where they've lost themselves and they don't know what to do. They thought they knew what they were doing, but then they lost their journey and they lost themselves. And I thought, well, how can I help women to reclaim their time, reclaim their voice, reclaim their values, and reclaim their vision so they can live a happy, healthy life? And so I did these programs, I created the programs, and now those are the 4 programs I have. I do Reclaim Your Time, which a lot of women, I find, myself included,
Yes.
have a lack of time, right?
Need more hours.
A lack of time. Yeah, we need more hours in the day. And every woman I speak to says, okay, we need more hours in the day because we are so passionate about what we're doing. But then we forget about ourselves.
That's right.
So I wanted to work a program that I could assist women in helping them be productive and find the time to do what they want in life.
Okay, I might want to do that program. I always saying to my husband at the end of the day, I don't know, do I need to get up earlier or go to bed later so I can fit everything in? So I think it's really a struggle for women, and especially if you're running a home and a business and you've got a whole lot of things going on. It's just to find that balance with everything is what I find really hard, to just keep your hand on everything you need to. So that's really awesome. And I think a lot of women will benefit from that as well, because we don't always think about these things. You know, we don't think how important that is. I know some of the ladies, because I also work a lot with ladies, and all of them have that I don't have time for myself. You know, I've got little children. They don't have time to even just have their hair done or go for their nails or have a nice facial or something like that. And those things, you know, they're not really indulgences. You know, okay, maybe they are, but they're also to take care of ourselves and just to love on ourselves a little bit, because some of those things are important as well, just for our self-esteem, our self-worth, you know, and that sort of thing. So yeah.
Sure, definitely.
So tell me, what sort of therapies do you use with your clients? Do you use in this program? Do you use other therapies? And if you had to pick one, what would be your favorite method?
Okay. Yes, this is a very good question, because I, as a therapist, as you know, as counselors, we do a very holistic approach. So it's more about exploring with the client and using different modalities and different therapies throughout the session. But I really like the here and now and person-centered therapy. The here and now is meeting the client where they're at and going with what's in front of me and them at the time.
Yes.
So being in that present moment and working out, okay, so how are you doing in this moment in time? And I go from there. That's what I do in the counseling sessions. And I'm just with the person through their journey in that hour that I'm with them.
Okay.
With the Reclaim Your Time and those programs, I do what is called timeline therapy. And that actually is reversed polarity. So you go, say somebody's in quite a negative state and they feel unworthy, I'm not enough, and they have all these negative self-talks, right? They just keep putting themselves down and putting themselves down. What my programs do is turn the negative into the positive. So instead of saying, I'm not good enough, they come out going, I'm good enough and I'm loved, rather than the negative state. Whereas, you know, you're saying that, oh, I can't do this, whereas you can do that at the end of the day. So it's just those examples and bringing the emotional state back, sort of like for maybe therapists that are watching or people that understand CBT, which is cognitive behavior therapy, the thoughts that we think and the feelings that we feel and the behaviors that we do, they all are correlated.
And so,
So that's part of it. Yeah.
Yes, okay. And then also, can you tell us what sort of clients do you work with? Are they only women, or and also do you work locally? Do you have clients from overseas? So who walks through your door? Do you do face-to-face, online? Just a little bit more.
Yes, I mostly work with women in business, women that work in their own business. Women that have come to me are actually young single women that have children. That's more my demographic. That's who I'm attracting at the moment. But in saying that, more women that want to grow and learn about themselves. They know that there's some point of their life that they need to change, but they don't know how to do it. So those are the kind of women that come to me. And I do Zoom calls, mostly Zoom calls because of COVID lately. And I'm based in the Gold Coast. So I can work in their homes if they want me to, but majority of my clients we do over Zoom, just because they like the comfort of their own home, and I'm okay in my own home too. So
it's almost become a new normal for us as therapists. Yes.
Yeah, we have to adapt.
Yeah, and so just in closing, how can people get hold of you if they want to reach out?
Well, I'm on Facebook, but I have a website, and it's called Shawn Matthews, OAH.com. So OAH stands for Open Arms Health.
Okay.
Just to remember. Yeah, so I can put that in the comments, or what we can do when we're done. But yeah,
post that.
Yeah, my website's probably the best thing to contact, because all my contact details are on my website. My local phone number, my email address.
So Shawn, just before we go, I have a bonus question for you. So is there something that you'd like to just leave with our viewers, a nugget or something you'd like to share before we close?
Yes. Let's think about it for a minute. Love yourself, heal yourself, and honor yourself, and the rest will come together. I also have a book to share with the viewers.
Okay.
And the people that are listening, and it's called The Gift of Therapy. Now, it's a book that I was recommended by one of my lecturers years ago, and it's one of the best books I've ever read. Really, it's great insight for therapists, but also for people, patients, clients, any everyday person that wants to know more about the gift of therapy.
So almost like a tool that they can use.
Yes, yeah, it's just a tool that they can use throughout their life.
Okay, awesome. I might have a look at that as well. Thanks for that, Shawn.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks again for joining us, and we'll chat again soon.
Okay, take care. Bye.